Today I'm in Scotland's capital city of Edinburgh to spend one night in one of the most famous luxury hotels not only in Scotland but in the world. This is the Balmoral Hotel. I'm on the first floor. There's a harpist playing there for afternoon tea. We'll go and check that out in a minute. Now, I'm just about 6 foot and I do feel like I need to duck a little bit while walking through here. Check out the tartan carpet. Love this. Here's my suite 152, situated right at the front of the hotel on level 1. Let's go in. Wow. When you walk in here, you get a really great, cozy feeling. And I think that's obviously the low ceilings help, the very soft lighting. But the rest of the suite follows that theme. When you first come in, you've got all this mirrored glass. Also got this great big sideboard as you walk in. And actually the mini bar is here, but we'll check that out later. Wow, this is really nice. And again, it just feels so cozy. First thing you'll notice is the amount of ornaments they've got in here. They've got loads on this big centerpiece which is surrounding the TV. They also have a lot of books. They've got a range of P.G. Wodehouse books. They've got Oscar Wilde, Jane Austen's Emma. I don't think that this book has ever been read. I mean, it is pristine. I love that smell when you open a fresh, brand new book. Look at that. You might call it a little bit of a overkill with all of these. I mean, there is a lot. What's that? I've no idea, but it looks pretty old. Over here, we've got a lovely little sitting area. This is included in my room rate, so I can actually take this home with me. 12-year-old Scotch whiskey, and I can have it in these beautiful glasses. The logo of the room on the glasses. Now that is branding on point. Now I was told that I can't take the decanters home with me. I wasn't even going to do that anyway. Is that, what's in there? Is that water? Okay, so that's either gin, so I can make myself a bit of a cocktail if I wanted. Look at the wheels on it. That is super old. Almost reminds you of an old pram. We're in Scotland and there is an amazing whiskey bar downstairs with something very special at the front, but we'll talk more about that later on. I've got a fruit bowl and a little note. What does it say? Dear Tim, a very warm welcome to the Balmoral Hotel from myself and the team. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please let me know. With all good wishes, General Manager Andrew. Thank you very much. Look at that. Quality bit of card. Some more reading if I want it. The biography of the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth, just there. So polished you can see your face in it. Chocolate whiskey fudge. Nice and subtle. I thought that was going to be really strong, like when you have like a liqueur, but that's really nice. I'll take them home with me. Love the rug and the furniture. Do love these chairs though. There's a nice throw on the couch if I want it. Some big old plump cushions. Look at the size of those lamps. Now all the windows actually are all these kind of oval stroke round windows. And you can see right onto the street there. Look. Let's just have a look out of the north facing window. Hang on, these open up. Ooh, I can get in there. It's like a little room in itself. So if I wanted to, I can just come in here, open the window to get some fresh Edinburgh air. Love this old-fashioned desk. Check it out. There is a key for this drawer. Pretty old antique drawer. A postcard and some stationery. And there's more books as well. A Louis Vuitton travel book. I'm going to be careful that I don't accidentally shut this on me. I don't think you're supposed to sit in here, but I tell you what, it's actually quite nice if I wanted to sit here with my whiskey and looking out onto the Edinburgh city. I do love though how all the windows are kind of set quite low. It does give it a really nice atmosphere. And talking of atmosphere, when I walked into this bedroom, I was like, oh wow, this is like walking into somebody else's bedroom. Again, I feel like I need to take my shoes off. The bathroom is through there. Once again, another round window, and it's set quite low, which gives the room such a nice atmosphere. And all that built-in wardrobe. I know Gabby would love this in our house. I've got my coat in there. We've got some posh hangers. Love the little LED lighting that comes on. It smells really brand new, like a brand new wardrobe. There's the safe. We've got some slippers. We've got the mighty shoehorn and shoe brush. And some drawer space. There's a big mirror there as well. Underneath the huge TV, we've got the tea and coffee station. Look at these cups. Wow. So nice. Everything is polished to perfection. Look at that. Branding, even on the coasters. Tea and coffee, and of course, some Scottish shortbread. Look at that. Spoons all polished as well. However, I'm really disappointed about the kettle. I mean, oh, what a shame. It looks cheap. It feels cheap. But it is nice and clean. But I guess you don't need anything else. Subtle lighting continues over here in the bedroom, and it just feels so relaxing to be in here. You know, if you walk into a room, you get a vibe, don't you? Well, the vibe in here just feels very welcoming. Love the hints of green in here with the cushions and the wallpaper. And of course, this very comfy chair. This would be great to have a cup of tea in the morning, watching the news, or maybe having a nightcap before bed. I'll do the bed test in just a second. Should we check the mattress out, see what it looks like? Look at that, tartan box springs, amazing. Well, they've got a mattress encasement on there, which is what I did ask for, so I can't show you the mattress, which is good. They also asked if I needed any kind of particular bedding, any hypoallergenic bedding. Let's do the bed test. I always feel bad messing the bed up. Love this throw. It is a nice high bed. It makes the night's sleep even more cozy when you've got to really climb into the bed. Attention to detail to the colour theming in here. Look at the headboard, just the green on the side, really nice. Couple of reading lights. Again, we've got feather. Every hotel gives you feather pillows. You always have to ask extra for firm pillows, don't you? But that's okay because we have a pillow menu. We have a healthy living pillow, a V-shaped pillow, a calming pillow, a contour pillow. To request any of the above, just contact the housekeeping. Little side tables. Love this carpet. And look at this. This is a really lovely little area to get ready for a night out. A Dyson hairdryer. This reminds me of those things at school that you would touch and get electric shock. I'm scared to touch it. Air conditioning. The only thing about the air conditioning is it's extremely loud. Now I know I have just put that on full power, but if I turn it really low, oh, that's okay. It was rattling a little bit. Love that mirror. Let's check out the bathroom because you're gonna like this. First up, a huge big marble sink. Love the little marble surround and the lamps either side. All the complimentary gifts that you could want. There's a heated towel rail down there. Huge big bath mat. Loads of fluffy towels. Look at that. The branding is so on point, it's even in the bin. The thing about this bathroom is it's really nice and long. So first up, we've got the shower. That is very nice. Look at that white, black patterned marble. That is nice. There is a bench in there. That shower head is probably the smallest shower head I think I've ever seen in a shower. Luckily, there's another shower head there to get the bits that won't reach. And then we've got the bath right at the end, which is also another shower as well, if you want it to be, but a big, deep bath. We're going for prickly pear shampoo and apricot shower gel. And then we've got the toilet with a view of the city centre. And I love the James Bond references in here. And also if you're sitting on the loo, you get to see Sean Connery just there. Perfect when you get out of the shower, matching dressing gowns, logo, branding on point. It's weird that I'm doing this last, right? But here is the mini bar. Oh no, that doesn't pull out. So in there we've got some nuts, some crisps. What is the price for the mini bar, you may ask? So a Coke is £4.50, crisps are £4.50, nuts are £5.50. There's some chocolate in there apparently, I can't see any. Scottish chocolate through and through. Iron Brew popping candy chocolate. Why do I want to try that? There's Scotch butter tablet chocolate and millionaire shortbread chocolate. Wow. They didn't forget milk for the tea, which is good. Got some apple juice, Coca-Cola in there, a small bottle of beer and a small bottle of wine. So with my room rate, I do get some extras, and these are them. So we're delighted to have you staying with us as our guest. Please enjoy the following amenities with our compliments. The room rate does include a full Scottish breakfast, which I'm looking forward to, in-room movies, high-speed internet, a full in-room bar, which I'm going to go and check out in a moment, a special drink selection, which is the whiskey, a pressing service for 4 garments, choice of 1 personalised suite experience. So I can get fast track tickets to Edinburgh Castle, I can do a whiskey tasting experience, or a tour of the historical Hamilton and Inches jewellery. We wish you an enjoyable, memorable time in Edinburgh. Now, I don't want to get too tipsy, considering there's a whiskey bar downstairs, there's whiskey there. I'll probably give the whiskey tasting experience a miss, but what I will do, however, is take the tickets, the fast track tickets to Edinburgh Castle, and we'll go and check that out in the morning. So there is a spa here. You can go and have afternoon tea overlooking Edinburgh Castle. There's the whiskey bar as well, and of course I booked myself in for dinner. So let's go and check out the rest of the hotel. So just having a little bit of a nose and a walk around the hotel. Again, the tartan theme carpet runs throughout. We're on the 5th floor at the minute. A lot of the suites are on this side. I was thinking about staying in this suite, but I decided not to in the end because the one that I'm in looked a little bit better. The hotel from the outside seems massive, but when you're in, it doesn't actually feel that big. Let's check out the staircase, which is just here. Looks pretty grand, to say the least. Look at that. Look at the stained glass windows. There's a piano down there. This does feel like I'm in a palace right now. It's weird how the hotel, as you're walking around it, just where I was, didn't feel like a very big grand hotel until you walk into this area. There's one big mirror and that is one big drop. It's quite interesting. A lot of people that come to the hotel kind of miss this because they use the lifts to go up and down rather than the stairs. And I was speaking to a couple of the staff and they all said the same thing. A lot of the guests don't even realise this big grand staircase is even here. Down here on the 2nd stairs, we've got this, what looks like a bit of an antique piano. Look at that. The sound from the piano will go up there. Are you ready? EastEnders, here we go. Oh no, one of the keys is not working. Let's try it further down. Oh, that don't work. Oh. People will start coming out now and going, what on earth is going on? Just come across this rather interesting sofa. How random that's just been plonked there like that. Let's completely deformed as well. All feather, I think. I'm completely lost now. There's all these suites down here which all the doors will be locked, all for business meetings and stuff like that. Alright, you can see into the middle of the hotel and you can actually see the famous clock tower from here. Look at that. Wow, look at this. There's the harpist. So they have a whiskey bar downstairs where they can buy very expensive whiskey and literally store it with their glass and any little keepsake that they want in a little locked cabinet and then come to the hotel to enjoy it. I'll show you that in a minute, but first I thought, did you hear that? I would give this a try. Now, I'm not really much of a whiskey drinker, but as I'm in Scotland, I've got to give it a try. I think the only other time that I personally would have a drink of whiskey is if I was not feeling that great, especially when I've got a cold and I'm really bunged up. Does help. Anyway, let's go and see what dinner options are like, and we'll check out the whiskey bar too. So inside there's the whiskey bar. Here's everybody's whiskies that they've got on hold. But yeah, he hasn't got much left. There is a lot of whiskies in here. Look, year 12, 15, 18, 20. There's a 30-year-old. Am I seeing that correctly? 12,500? Is that a bottle? James Bond 60th anniversary release. Wow. Hello.
Hi there, so how are you?
So I've been told that this is a French restaurant, but with a twist of Scottish. So a Scottish blend to some of the menu items. Do you know what? I think I might go for, even though this is a French themed restaurant, I might go for some good old Scottish salmon. Love the theming in here, it's really nice. Love the lamps and the sofas. Look at the ceiling. So the seared salmon is here with the béarnaise sauce, some creamy mashed potato, and apparently some French-inspired beans with some shallots. Let's tuck in, this looks amazing. I've noticed there's even the logo of the hotel on the plate. Crusted salt on the top, that's really nice. This mashed potato is just as good. So the first couple of mouthfuls I had, the salmon was really nice, the mashed potato was really nice, the sauce was really nice. And then as I kept eating, I realised that it's just extremely salty. Obviously the crust on the top of the salmon was salty, but the sauce was salty, the mashed potatoes were extremely salty, and for me, my own personal taste, that was just way too much salt. In fact, I can't stop drinking water right now. There was way too much salt for me in that meal, which is a bit of a shame because I love salmon, but I was a little bit disappointed about that. Hopefully breakfast will be better in the morning. Turn down service has happened. As you can see, the bed's been neatly just folded over with also some night cream. They've left me some slippers. However, they didn't take the slippers out like they normally do. And I also found this little bit of gold on there. I think I'll have to try one of these. Is that edible gold leaf? That's edible gold leaf on there. I might have a few more of these. I'll see you in the morning. Morning, it's very early. I thought I would go for a swim to start the day, so I went downstairs in my robe, which was quite handy because there's a lift from this floor that goes direct down to the spa. And the pool was pretty good. Soundproofing in this room, I don't know whether you can hear that, isn't overly that great, but it didn't annoy me too much, the traffic. Cup of tea to start the day. And let's go and check out what breakfast has to offer, come on. So breakfast was in the same restaurant that I had dinner in last night. It's got a beautiful bar in here. There's a buffet breakfast with a selection of the usual cold meats, pastries. I love how the butters are laid out, look at that. I started off with a cappuccino and then went for the Scottish breakfast. The difference between the English breakfast and the Scottish breakfast is that you get haggis, you get tatty scones, and you also get like a square sausage. However, the square sausage seemed to be missing on here, which was a little bit of a shame. Just after 9:30, Edinburgh Castle's opened and I've got my free ticket, which will allow me in. Actually, it will get me ahead of the queues, but there's no real queues this morning because I've come early. It's probably one of the most famous castles in the world. I've never been in there. Have you? Let's go check it out. It's also pretty special to come here at night when it's all lit up. Can't beat a good castle. This place is huge. And of course has some amazing views over Edinburgh, out to sea as well. Look at that fog just sitting over there rolling in. Here's some fun, interesting facts about Edinburgh Castle. Did you know that it sits on an ancient volcano? The first people to settle in Edinburgh settled on what was called then the Big Rock. Hard to believe just how old Edinburgh is. It was being built around the 1700s. Crazy, right? Wow, look at this. It's like something out of a movie set. Medieval England. I always remember in school learning about armour, how heavy it was to carry around, and the swords they used to have to use. I mean, they were pretty heavy themselves. So the tickets to get in here are a little over £20. So my stay at the Balmoral Hotel, it is Scotland's finest and most luxurious hotel, and straight away as soon as you arrive you get the sense of the beautiful Victorian architecture in that hotel. I love how that fireplace just as you walk into the entrance, apparently in the winter, is always lit and always kept stocked. The suite that I booked was incredibly cosy. I absolutely love the living room, the style of the suite. The suites were all redone a good few years ago, and all the Dr. No photos in the bathroom I thought was quite a nice touch, after one of Scotland's finest actors, of course. The bed was super comfy. I guess the only thing that was annoying about the room was the air conditioning unit was just really noisy even when it was on low, so I kind of had to turn it off, and surprisingly, even though it's November, that was still quite warm in the room, so I kind of had to turn it on in the middle of the night. Last night's salmon was really lovely to begin with, and then it just was like really salty. I thought to begin with it was nice, you know, all that nice crusty sea salt on the salmon, and then obviously the mashed potatoes, the beans, it just got way too salty for me, so I was drinking water for the rest of the night. The spa and the swimming pool was pretty basic, nothing really special. There is a place to get massage in there as well, but that was fully booked on my stay. So my stay cost me last night £1,595. And also when I got told when you check in that there's a 5% tip which is available to you if you'd like to give it to the in-house team and the housekeeping. But you know, you've just stepped foot into the hotel, you haven't really experienced it yet it's been talked about putting a tip at the end. It was just a little bit too much. I would have rather had that at the end rather than being told straight away as soon as I walked in, before I even signed anything, that there's a 5% tip for my room rate on offer to me at the end. If you want to see another Scottish experience, why don't you check out the Caledonian Sleeper, which I took to come up to Edinburgh last year. Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.